So when I say SEO, what is it that you think of? Is it titles, tags, description? Because most of the SEO advice out there is keeping you stuck. I spent months obsessing over every single tiny detail on YouTube, adding the perfect tags, getting the perfect description, the perfect title, always trying to trick the algorithm into making me show up. And my views barely budged. And then I simplified it and I started to think about what my actual students are searching for. And that's when my channel exploded. So I went over all the advice that everybody says. Add the keywords, and don't get me wrong, please, you do need keywords in this, but adding every single keyword, making your video sound amazing by having the best yoga class in the title, or the easiest yoga trick for whatever, or the only yoga move you need. And all of this sounds great when you type it up, but people are not searching for that stuff. People are searching for what they're searching for. And to be perfectly honest with you, especially with yoga classes, people are typing in yoga class, the time, and then the specific body part they want to work on half the time. Okay, so it's like yoga class, 10 minutes, hamstrings. That is what people are typing in. They are not typing in the easiest way to lengthen my hamstring muscle, as awesome as that sounds. So SEO isn't actually about robots and what AI is thinking. It's actually about doing the complete opposite and thinking, what is an actual human being right now typing into Google that needs your help? So most people are focusing on the tricks instead of the strategy. And don't get me wrong, you do kind of need both of these, right? You need your keywords in there. You need to be looking at every single keyword that could come up for your niche and getting that in the tags, having some of those in the description, in the title. But overall, you want to be thinking, what is my person typing into Google right now? So I've already done a video on this before, but one of my most popular videos on YouTube is how to be more joyful in life. And it's a yoga class. It's not yoga class to be happy or yoga class to feel joyful. It's how to be more joyful in life, because that is what somebody is typing into Google. Also, this way, you're getting people who might not know that yoga is the solution. So you're also getting extra eyes on your stuff that you might not normally get. So I always tell my students, what are the questions your audience is asking right now and your video can be the solution for? And don't just type in generic keywords that everybody is using. Like, go and ask real people. Ask your audience, do you have a Facebook group? Can you ask there? Can you ask family and friends? I constantly go up to students that I've had in the past, or my friends and family that have done my yoga classes, and I say to them, what is it you like about my classes? What is it that you want out of it? Why do you do yoga? Whatever words they say, I've got a little notes bit in my phone. I write down their words, their exact words, not my words, not what I think my classes should be called, and not what I think it's giving them. But what are their words? Because sometimes it's not exactly what you think it might be. If you are a nutritionist, maybe somebody isn't typing in nutrition. Maybe somebody's typing in healthy food or how to feel healthier, right? They might not be typing in nutrition. They might even not be typing in anything about food, right? It might just be like how to be healthier, but yet your class is going to be about food. So again, it's finding that niche and those keywords that people are typing in to then find your stuff that they might not know would help them. So what is it someone is going to get out of the class, right? So as an example for a nutritionist, let's say your video is about the right kind of foods to give you the best energy so that you're not tired in the day, right? Your video is about the food, but maybe the title is nothing about that. Maybe the title is how to not feel tired in the day. And yet the video is all about food. Okay, so it's really thinking about what are these people typing into Google. If you feel like you have an idea of this, let me know in the comments right now, because I love to hear the shift in everybody and what they start getting out of this. Like, what is your customer typing into Google right this second? Let me know. So the other thing that people forget here is that the title and the thumbnail They are the most important thing, right? Because even if your video is amazing, nobody is going to see it unless you get that click. You have to get that click, right? So we've spoke about the title, getting those questions, getting what your audience is actually saying, getting those keywords, right? That real people are actually saying, not just AI, not your professional words, right? What is your actual customer saying? But also then it's the thumbnail. Because if somebody types that in and your video comes up, what's going to happen? Your video is going to come up next to others, right? How do we get somebody to click on yours? Your thumbnail. Your thumbnail needs to be then the most clickable thing. So how do we do that? Well, if it's a yoga class, the most, I would say, like obvious and common thing that people do is have a yoga pose, right? They have a yoga pose that you're going to do in the class. You're smiling at the camera. It's always good to get your face in it and to have you facing the camera, okay? If you can do that, then please do, because that is one of the most important things. But don't overthink this. Some people do not have anything but a picture. Look at Boho Beautiful as a great example here. She just has a beautiful picture, right? You can then use some words on your thumbnail to draw attention, to get people to click, but do not have the same words that you have in your title, right? Because people have already typed that in. People have seen that. People know your title. They can see it on the screen. What other words? Think of it like you've got extra space now to grab them. So you don't want to repeat yourself. You want to intrigue them. So what can you then say to make them click on the video, right? So if it is how to have more energy in the day, maybe on the thumbnail, it says something like, this is the best I felt, right? Because it makes them think, oh, I want to feel the best I felt. So it's intriguing. So once you nail the title and the thumbnail, then you start to get the clicks, right? So this is what SEO is about. It's about knowing your audience and then getting them to click on your video without just using vidIQ and the most fanciest names out there, because something as simple as yoga class 10 minutes hamstring can do amazing. You probably want to be a little bit more specific just because there's way too many yoga teachers out there. So maybe you want yoga class 10 minutes, let's say hamstring strength or hamstring lengthening. Like, what is somebody going to say? Because all of this stuff is way more important than the description and the tags to start with, okay? We still need an amazing description and tags, but this is how we get found, right? So if you're not focusing on this first, this is what you need to go and focus on right now. Do some client research. Because SEO, when it's done right, that is when you get those views, those subscribers, even those clients in your sleep. When it's done wrong, you're just wasting time. You're just putting video after video that's not getting seen. And if you do want the exact system on how to do all of this completely step by step, this is what I teach inside my Wellness YouTubers course. The link is in the description down below and in the comments. I think the doors are shut right now, but go and click on that because you can join the waitlist for when it opens next. And if you want to learn some more tricks on how to get your videos seen and ranked higher up in YouTube, then make sure you watch the video that's on your screen now.